Hello, hello, welcome to Landstorm. This is a standard land destruction deck. If you are a long-time Magic the Gathering player, such as myself, then land destruction might be one of your favorite archetypes, or perhaps your least favorite. Today, we are looking over an Izzet land destruction deck. The goal? Cast Thousand Year Storm! Ring ding ding! The jackpot gold card. Gonna make your land destruction go pop, 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 you know? It says whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it for each other instant and sorcery spell you've cast before it this turn. You may choose new targets for the copies. What this enchantment does is give each instant or sorcery spell you cast Storm. If you're aware of the keyword Storm, maybe you used to play with Dragon Storm or Grape Shot, Empty the Warrens. Those are some old Storm cards. This brings Storm to Standard. It's been in the format for at least, since the first Ravnica set in Standard dropped, so it's been here a while. Why hasn't anyone played it with land destruction is beyond me. I was messing around with my common jank draft, and this is what I came up with. So we got Thousand Year Storm. We are running for land destruction. It's all on the 4-drops, all right? Let's take a look at our 4-drops. All right, our first one, Tectonic Rift, just playing one of creatures without flying, can't block this turn. Not very important to our deck, but the important part, destroy target land, sorcery speed. This one, destroy target land, up to 2 target creatures can't block this turn. So this one can target flyers. The other one targets all creatures that without flying. Once again, 4 mana sorcery, red. This is probably our best land destruction spell. It's destroy target land, scry 2. We are playing 4 copies of Rubble Reading. This is a great addition to our deck. The scry 2 lets us plan for the next turn or two. And this is really great in this deck because depending on the context, we can choose to look for more land destruction, or we can look for removal, or for lands. Typically we're using it just to make our land drops, but it's been probably the best of the land destruction spells. 1 Demolish. This can target some random artifact if we need to. And okay, that sounds good. Our other win cons, Crackling Drake. This is the powerhouse of Standard, equal to instant sorcery cards in our graveyard. Draw a card, so we're playing lots of instant and sorceries. This card can win. Our other win condition, Ral Izzet Viceroy. This allows us to pick off some creatures, get card advantage, and also sustain our life total because of how planeswalkers work on the field. For removal, we have one more land destruction spell, Bedeck. I'm splashing this 1 copy of Bedeck. I only own 1. That's the reason why. Maybe I'd play more. Now, it costs 6 for the Bedazzle, but it's instant speed and it deals damage to the player. So, in the dream situation, if we use it with Thousand Year Storm, we are also dealing damage with Bedazzle. It also works with Bedeck as a removal spell, so the majority of the time we draw this, we are just paying double red to kill off a creature. Not too many creatures in the format have over 3 toughness, so this, in most situations, can kill off a creature. It can also kill off different types of creatures that are immune to damage spells, such as the something elites. I forget, the 3/1 white creature, or even other type of regenerate type effects. So we are also doing removal package. We have 1 Beacon Bolt. This is good. We are playing 2 Goblin Crater Maker. Probably not the best, but as a bear, it can block something. It can sack to get removed. A lot of decks are playing removal spells, so this one typically gets picked off. Hopefully it takes something away from our main piece, which is Goblin Electromancer. This will make our land destruction spells be able to start on turn 3. Against a lot of decks, if you are going first and you go turn 3 land removal, turn 4 land removal, turn 5 into planeswalker or more land removal, then they will be on grid, and we will see that in some upcoming games. We're playing some ops in Charted Course. They work well with the Thousand Year Storm. We are also playing Expansion and Explosion. I especially like this card in this deck because if you have Goblin Electromancer out, turn 5, you can Expansion on any of these land destruction spells, and now you're destroying 2 lands instead of 1 on turn 5, which is really powerful. If you don't have the Electromancer, it then turns 6. But a 2-mana destroy target land spell is very, very strong. And the explosion is also great in the late game because you can kill off a creature or deal some damage to a planeswalker and draw some more cards. So very powerful effect. Really enjoy it in this deck. We don't have a lot of protection for our creatures. I'm also playing Invert Invent. This is more janky, more fun. But with Invents, we typically get a draw spell or an Iron Eyes or even the Beacon Bolt, right? And these are all sorceries, unfortunately. So we can only draw one destroy land effect with it. But it's also an instant. So if we have Iron Eyes up, it's either card draw or counter. So it's very good. It can get Bedazzle Bedeck as well. So just a great card. Really looking forward to seeing this in play. I've been playing this deck a lot. If we talk about the lands, got 9 islands, 2 Memorial to War. I would love to play more. This is great because if we don't have a sorcery speed one, by turn 6, we could be doing it with our own lands. We are playing 4 Steam Vents. How I got lucky enough to pull 4 Steam Vents in the drafts is beyond me because I only have 1 Sulphur's Falls, as you can see. And this is our splash. We're playing Blood Crypt and Dragon Skull Summit for our 1 copy of Bedeck. Now, from the games I've played, this seems to be fine. They're not mandatory. It's sometimes annoying if you have Bedeck Bedazzle, but you can always play the Bedeck half, so even if you don't have those lands, it's still a playable card. Now, let's get going to the gameplay. We're going to go to the home. And we don't have a sideboard. We're playing best of 1. We're going to go ranked. Okay, we're going to go ranked, or we could do constructed. Let's just start with some rank and have some fun. Here we go. We are loading, currently waiting. I hope you look forward to destroying some lands, playing some Izzet with a small splash of black. Let's jank them out. A lot of opponents also forfeit the game before I even have a win condition. Now, this is a pretty bad hand, but I like to keep bad hands, so let's make it happen. We are going to go turn 1 mountain, turn 2 island, or yeah, turn 2 Gobbo Boy. What's interesting here, so the Dragon Skull Summit, I have a mountain, so it does not come into play tapped. It's really positive. So we want to make sure we can play this on turn 4, the blue, blue, red, red. So it doesn't really matter which land drop I do there. Guess we're playing Golgari. They probably have a removal spell, as you can see. Maybe I should have held this off, as I have no 3 drops, and I could have sacked it in response. But let's see what he does. There's a removal spell. It looks like we are playing Saprolings, most likely. An upgraded Saproling deck. Here comes the Fungus guy. 3 mana, 2/2, 1/1 dork. Nope, it's a 3/2. When he dies, he gets a 1/1. So here we have no 3 drop, so I will just play Steam Vents into play tapped and pass the turn. This is what I mean with I knew it was a bad hand, but at least we had a 2 drop. I guess this deck is a little low on the mana curve. Now next turn we can start blowing lands. We will be taking 6 damage a turn. I think I will blow up a land because we also get the Scry. And I'm not sure really late game what their deck will be doing. We have lands, so we don't need to set up lands. This is another land destruction. We have one here too. Cackling Drake, we already have a Cackling Drake. We only have 1 instant sorcery in the card, so it's a 1/4 right now. So a 1/4 can block stuff. This is not bad. I think I'm going to keep both. The order doesn't really matter. It's just more of the same right here. We already have land destruction. We're going to get more land destruction. We already have a Drake. We're going to get another Drake. I think what I'd like to do is just pop down a Drake. See, right now he's stuck on 3. That's great. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to pop down a Drake. We'll draw our Drake, and that'll be that. What's great is we're still making land drops. We're at 11. We'll see about removal. If he has another Vicious Offering, he's probably trading the 1/1 for it. So he didn't attack with the 1/1. We are going to block the 2/2 because I think in this deck he has a spell that's 1 black, -1/-1, create a 1/1. So I'm a little weary of that. If we look here, we have only 1 instant sorcery there. I might just blow up a land here. That'll make this a 2/4. It can block the 2/2, and he'll be off black mana. Now, we can also chart a course. So why not chart a course first? Because we know we're not going to attack. Perfect. Okay, so now Goblin Electromancer will be good. I think this is going to be too late game. It can switch the power, so I can make this into a 2/3, which is interesting. We have 2 land destruction. I like the 2 land destruction, so I'm going to get rid of that. And maybe I should do another Drake. I think I'm going to get rid of the land here. This is what I'm saying. You just cut him off. And now it's a, can we stabilize? Can we stabilize at 8 life? I assume his deck is not playing any pump spells. He is playing removal. So we will see how the removal package goes. But he's off black mana, which is great. Wow, no attacks. See that? So this is where things can get a little spicy, because we can play Ralph Mizzet, and then that really pressures him. So we have 5. This is going to come into play tapped. If we uptick this, we get to draw. So what I'd like to do is keep this for keeping him off black. Maybe he, let's see, he can only deal 6 there. So I think I also have on the auto tap feature right now. So I think I'll keep these 2 open. Or just keep the steam vents open. Let's plop down the RAL. I'm going to uptick, apply some pressure. We already have a Memorial to Roar. This will go in the graveyard. That's okay. Let's just hit our land drops. So we don't get to play the Geomancer here. But we'll just stay on defense. If he wants to attack with the dorks, then he can. All right. He's got 3 green. Perfect. Okay. He's going for the dorks. I will kill off the 3/2 here because he doesn't have the black mana. See, the pressure's on. What's great, this is what I talked about in the deck tech. Ral's going to help our life total as a planeswalker. He's adding pressure to the board, and we get card advantage. So here, I really want to play another one. And I think, let's see, if we play Geomancer, that's 5 with this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'd have 3 mana left over. And we could do a Chemist's Insight. So I think the plan is we uptick first. Let's just uptick. See what happens. This is interesting. I think we're going to keep the Ral in the hand just in case this one dies. And let's do this. Let's see. It will give us no blue. Black, red, red. We're gonna kill a forest. And I think I'm gonna hold. Do we want to play Memorial? I think we're gonna keep this open for Chemisters and just pass. I will block a 1/1 with the Geomancer as well here. Alright, he got black. That's not good, because that's gonna hurt us a bit. But if he goes for Ral, we could just, is it fungus? Saproling. Okay, so this is not Saproling. So we just don't block the Saprolings. Okay, perfect. Great. So I'm gonna discard Memorial to War here. Interesting. Okay. Great, this is exactly what I was talking about. We have a counter magic. So I'm going to kill the Slimefoots. I have another Ral in hand, so it's not that important. I'm going to get him off that swamp. Goodbye, swamp. Okay. We'll keep 1 steam vents. You know, land draw is good, but I want to get some variety going. Now, did I play a land this turn or not? I don't think I did. So I really hope I didn't. I'll pay the 2 life for the land. Yes, okay, perfect. Pay 2 life. Okay, we got counterspell up. Okay, we're going to start attacking now. We have lethal on board and a counterspell, and he's off black. And there's that Foul Orchard. This is great because I don't even have to block. He's already dead on board. And if I want to do the other Ral, I can. I'll do this for fun. Hopefully we get some land destruction. Okay. So we're just gonna do for one, so that we have Iron Eyes up. Okay. Why not two? Okay, GG. Hit him for 18. And that is it land destruction? I'm gold tier something. So let's try to play a few matches. We'll see how it goes. Claim prize. Okay, let's continue. Continue the climb. We're going to continue the climb there. We are versing Senekov. So we're gold players. Which one are you in? Are you a high level in your arena account? So this might be a little risky, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it. Just like last game, I'm a risky boy. Like to keep them risky hands. Gonna make it happen. I'm just gonna go for that turn 1 opt. Land drop, yes please. Alright, land drops are coming. There we go. We want to make it to turn 4. This is looking pretty bad. Gonna opt. That's too late game. It's a great card. We have 2 copies though, so we're not reliant on it. So ideally we could have played that this turn, but we didn't get there, boys. Okay. This is gonna be a harder matchup. You can tell it's probably a stronger deck than before. Let's see. Okay, this is interesting because we have invent, invent. So if we want to gain a life on the attack, we could. But I don't think it will be relevant. That's too bad. Let's see. Okay, more elves. Ideally, we can draw a card here. Okay, what's nice? We could play this so that our Beacon Bolt can kill this next turn. I think I'm gonna take it though. I'll take it for now because I'll Ironize the Ranger next turn if I can't destroy land. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I think I'm just in trouble. This is not gonna be a great matchup. But we'll see. We'll do our best. He's already got too much board pressure. I have the Beacon Bolt, but Jadelight Ranger kind of counters our deck a bit because it helps him draw a lot of lands. The Explore deck, he's hitting all of his land drops. He's got elves. I'm already at 11. I don't see ourselves coming back from this, but I'm going to take him off black. So at least I've done something. So next turn, or this turn, I could take 6 instead of 8. Might have to. Think I will. So by switching their power and toughness, I'm going to take 8 instead of 10. So I'm at 3. That's game. Beacon Bolt twice, but it won't save me because I'm at 3 life. It was close though. Maybe it was close. This isn't land destruction deck. It's all about stabilizing your board. So with a heavy creature matchup, it can be tough. We're not playing any board wipes. I'm just gonna sack it here. Or oh wow, he didn't even attack. Oh, he did because the Explore. If you've versed the Explore deck before, okay. Losing ranks with the land destruction deck feels good. Let's play again. So we won our first game. Our second game we've lost. This is best of 1 arena. Ranked play. I hope you're enjoying Is It Land Destruction as much as I am. We're going to continue. Do you also enjoy making janky decks? We're going to keep it. We have 3 lands. We got land destruction. You know, in terms of improvements to the deck, maybe some board wipes could be good. Like that Rakdos Carnarian removal. Maybe I add in a few more swamps. We do something like that. I think I like drawing this here. I know it's a little risky with only 2 lands, but I like the repetition that we have there. Gonna make that tapped. Keep going. We have our 1,000-Year Storm. So if we get to it, okay, this is interesting. I think we're gonna get rid of that one. This is such a late game card. Let's see how we do. Okay, we got 3 of them. We know our turn 4, 5, 6 right here. Let's see how aggro this one is. This seems a lot less aggressive than our last one. So this is a little sad. We're gonna get rid of one of them. But he's reading it. He's like, "Oh no, land destruction incoming." Great, great, great. Here, I'm not sure if we discard the island or the 1,000-Year Storm. If he does a 3rd Burglar Rat. I'm liking this. I'm not liking that. Yeah, the Drakes can be good just as blockers as well. I'm not too worried about taking maybe... Oh, another one. Oh, that hurts. We're going to go with the island. 1,000-Year Storm could be worth it. But I like getting him on 1 land here. Taking 3 more damage. Does not bother me. This is good too. Next turn we play a Drake, land, and Drake into hopefully land. Get to that 6 drop. This happens a lot too. The opponent will have a lot of cards in hand. They're not able to cast everything. I like playing against janky decks as well. This looks like lots of fun. So we're going to draw our Drake here. Here, I'm not sure. You know, we can block, but I'm not really sure. Next turn, we should be attacking, I think, because we deal 5, they deal 4. And they probably are playing removal, mono black. Luckily, they're on 2 lands. Oh, 3 lands, okay. Hope we draw a land. Okay, let's see what he takes here. 1,000-Year Storm, I would assume he takes, but another 5/4 flyer. Okay. Interesting. I will compliment him or her. Who knows? The Burglar Rat. Alrighty, here it comes. It's coming down. The race is on. So we've reached the late game point. We have our Storm. We have our Drake. We have 5 instant sorceries in the graveyard. Could be relevant for the Drake and for other things. Cast down. Alrighty. Not looking the best. Okay. Our only 2 copies. We might lose to rats. It's definitely possible that we can lose to some rats here. But if we get opt or chart the course, things could get a little crazy. But at 6 life, it's not looking good. Okay. We are going down to 1 right now. I think we kill a rat. Just gonna kill a rat. And hopefully next turn, with our 2 cards off this, Ionize. It's not looking good. I think we're in trouble. Even if I destroy all of his lands, it's going to be tough to come back from this. If you have suggestions of what I did wrong, I'd love to hear it. That's game. Feels bad losing with 2,000-year storms, but what can you do? Okay, so we won our first one. We've lost our second and our third one. I'm going to play 2 more matches, see how it goes. Some things I really like about MTG Arena. There's a lot of players, so the queue time is very slow. The game plays faster than MTGO, in my opinion. When people are stalling you, you don't... Okay, let's talk about this hand. We got late game, land destruction. Let's do it. This is why we made the deck. This is what we're doing with the deck. And we have our best land destruction. We're going to play Memorial to War first, because if we draw a land here, then that comes into play untapped. Now, what's interesting with expansion is that you can also copy your opponent's spells that cost 4 or less. So here, I would have probably copied the Shimmer if I could have, if I had the mana available. So now I have the mana available. If he does something again like that, then we can. Perfect. This is what we want to see. We're going to copy it and draw into a land. Okay, so we have options. We could do Crater Maker and hope to get to that land. We could also do another expansion explosion. I'm just going to pick the land and be safe. This deck's not being super aggressive. Maybe it's a combo deck. Definitely not gates. We're seeing mono blue so far. Plop down the mountain and pass the turn. Memorial to War is interesting. Gotta get to 5 other lands. Okay, maybe it is gates. This is great. We're gonna shut this off. If they have this, okay, no squall. We really want lands here, so we are shipping to the bottom. Where are the lands? That's what I was discussing earlier in the deck tech with this card. We're most likely just looking to hit our lands. Probably countered here. They have 3 untapped. Oh, no counter. And, yep, just searching for those lands. We can shuffle our deck with a invent later in the game. But we already have our 1,000-year storm in hand. And we do have removal. We already have 3 instant sorcery cards. And, yep, they just forfeit. That also happens a lot with this deck. The opponent just forfeits because they don't like losing to lands. So, land destruction. So, game 1 we won. Game 2 we lost. Game 3 we lost. Game 4 we won. Early scoop. And now we're on to game 5. Can we go 3 and 5 with the deck? Janky land destruction deck. This deck might be a little difficult to craft because of the mythics. We're playing, I think, 4 mythics, 2 Rals, and 2,000-year storms. And I know there are much better budget decks. This is, I don't mind keeping this. I know we don't have any land destruction, but with 2 ops and a Goblin Electromancer, if we draw one, then we're going turn 3 land destruction. So that works for me. Mono red, is it mono red? I really hate mono red. We're going to bluff this open. Stop on their end step to opt. Okay, it's not mono red. Treasure map is not good for us. We don't want that. We already have lands. Okay, redundancy. Redundancy is very good. We are going to pay the 2 life. Going to hope to draw a land destruction spell next turn. And if not, we can do opt and ionize. This might be a control deck. Maybe it's Mardu. Maybe they're just missing white. We'll see what comes of this. What's great is in the land... Okay, it is Mardu. Here's the white. When this flips, we can kill it. So I'm not too worried about that. So here... Here's where we want the ionize up. So I'm going to play the island. That way we have ionize and expansion explosion up as well. We could have beacon bolted this if we had attacked. But I think this is just safer. So here we're just going to counter that. prefer to keep the Electromancer if I can. Gotta take one. The Angry Wall. And let's opt here. Where's a land destruction? Gonna get him off white if I can. Try the course is interesting. I think I'd like to take it because it costs 1. So if we play it, we draw land destruction, we can do both. And we still have another draw step. Okay. So here I'm gonna attack with the Electromancer. We'll see what happens. I hope they don't have that exile tapped creature effect for white. Let's see if they block. No blocks. No blocks. Okay, very interesting. So now we're gonna chart a course for 1, and we don't even have to discard. We could have copied it if we'd wanted to. Wow, we haven't drawn any of our land destruction. So we have 4 spells in our graveyard. We could Beacon Bolt here. They're gonna flip this soon. Does this get rid of that? Colorless non-land permanent. It does. So what I would like to do, get down this guy. And then now we can kill this. Wow. Interesting. Gonna get him off that treasure map. We didn't draw the land removal. Unfortunately, he already got some card advantage with it. So we couldn't do too much. But at least we're doing work. We're trying. Okay, so he's at 5. He or she, Ruckus. Alright, there's the 3. I want to get him off this white. Or I could focus on blue. There it is. So I'm going to take 2 so I can gobble an Electromancer. Pay to life. Goblin. Is there a counter? Riff, get that. Get him off white. So we could have gotten in the 2 damage with it, but no, we got rid of the map. We got rid of the white source. We don't have any life gain, but if we draw a Ral, I think we'd be in a good shape. Now their deck's probably playing Teferi, things of that sort. Just gonna Beacon Bolt the 0-4 here. If he counters, we can expansion his counter to counter his counter, or just flash it back. Let's see. We're gonna play the other Electromancer, and next turn we'll go for a big explosion. We can draw 4 cards next turn with explosion. If the opponent plays a wall, we can just kill it. Alright, so he kills 1. Resolve. I don't want to copy that. 3 damage to the face is not good enough for card advantage here. They will probably find a white mana source soon enough. And we don't have any land destruction spells to get them off of it, because Teferi is the big thing with that. So here, we could Crackling Drake, or we're going to do this for 3, because the Electromancer makes it cost 1 less. So we're going to hit him for 3 and draw 3 cards. Do they have the negate? Negate incoming. If I get negated, it's a blowout. But it doesn't look like it. They hovered over the card, but they're not casting anything, so I don't think they have it. Just timing out. And 3 lands. That is probably the worst draws we could have had there. Fortunately, we can Memorial to War, so this allows us to blow up that plains when they get it. Now, they are at 5 now. Okay, so they scoop. We won our game 5. So let's go back to the deck in our deck library. Get some reward for playing decks. Landstorm, edit deck. So here we are, the Mythics, Ral, and Thousand Year Storm, just 4. We are playing a lot of rares, but yeah, the deck performs pretty well. As you saw, we didn't have a Thousand Year Storm go off, but just the sheer number of these and control type package makes for a really fun time. Hope everyone enjoyed the video, and talk to you again soon. Bye bye.